Also joined the pageant after your competition, and then si Katarina Rodriguez as well. So was it about pageants that attract successful models like you to join?
Well, I can only really speak for myself, but what made me interested in joining is as a model, you can't really speak your mind. A lot of people think that models are just supposed to be a canvas. They're just this, that. Once you speak, they won't listen because they think you're not smart and they don't really consider what you're saying. But the difference with that as a beauty queen is you're expected to speak. You're expected to talk about social issues. You're expected to talk about things that are happening in the world. And I want that. I want to be heard. Even though growing up I was extremely shy and I didn't want to be heard, a lot of things have changed, and I just want the platform to be able to talk about the things that I'm passionate about and not have that the thought in the back of my mind like, oh, they're not going to listen to me anyways because I'm just a model. And that is what attracted me to that, because I just want to do so many things, and I've always wanted to help, and my mom has taught me that growing up, and I just wanted to be like her always. And being a beauty queen and having this platform just lets me do that.
When you won Asia's Next Top Model, of course, you were a dark horse. But now, how do you feel that everyone is pegging you as a front runner for Miss Universe Philippines?
Well, I try not to feel pressured by that. I really don't want to pressure myself. I don't want to feel pressured and to have the feeling that I need to impress everyone. And I mean, being a front runner now doesn't mean anything because you still have to prove yourself. And I'm totally new to this experience. I'm totally new in the, in this beauty pageant scene. And I need to prove myself, and I always need to prove myself. So I guess it gives me that perfect motivation to show that I deserve the hype, I guess. And so, like I said, I don't want to feel pressured. I'm just trying to do my best. And I want to prove them that, I'm worth the hype that I get.
Where do you get your inner strength?
Well, one thing is my mom, as in she's always taught me to be strong. And through all these experiences that I've had, they motivate me to do better and to always strive to be the best version that I am. And I don't like being stuck somewhere. I always want to evolve. I always want to learn new things, and I want to get out of my comfort zone to grow. And the moment that I feel comfortable, I know that I'm doing something wrong. And that's why I always strive to do other things. And that is what motivates me as well, is the willingness and the motivation to grow. I really want to grow, and I want to do as much as I can while I'm still young. And I mean, we only live once, and we need to realize that. We need to reach for the universe. We need to reach for our dreams.
What course do you want to take up when you plan to go back to school?
Well, one thing that I did want to do was interior design, but I think that if I do go back, because then I don't know how old I am, I want to do something that, something general, I guess, that can help me in different areas. And so I was thinking of business management. That's what one of my sisters studied. I think, Marielle, if you're watching this, did you study that? I'm so not sure. I keep forgetting that. I also keep forgetting what my dad does. It's just, I have to keep asking, what course did you take again?
Basing from your experience, how could you encourage them that there's life after depression?
Well, one thing about depression is I think if you have experienced that dark place, it's very easy to fall back. And even though I'm this person right now, I have those moments still. It's just you need to rise above those moments, and you need to see the positive parts of life, that it's not all negative. And the moment that you attract positive things are going to happen. So you need to change your mindset. You need to choose to be positive. And that is so hard to do, but it is possible. And the moment that you choose positive things, I promise you positive things are going to happen to you. It will always be the balance, I guess, of negative and positive. But remember that after all that negativity, positive things are going to happen. That's my mindset. Every time I experience something negative, before this journey, I had so many things happen. I had COVID, my cat, I was giving her meds. I was paying so much for my cat, and I was paying for this medication that was not even FDA approved, and it was so expensive, and I was in between, choosing if I should keep my cat alive or choose to let her die. And I was so experiencing so many negative things, but I said after all this, and I prayed and I prayed, I just asked God, I said, I've experienced so many things now, please give me something positive. So that is my mindset, is after negativity, positivity happens, but you need to choose positivity and you need to change your mindset. And it is possible. That is one thing. So yeah, and also if you choose positivity, you will also attract the positive people in your life. And one very important thing is to keep your circle really small. Don't try to make friends with everybody, but choose the people that really care for you. I mean, I don't have that many friends, and I'm totally fine. I'm totally happy with that. I have my family, and they're my bestest friends ever.
Do you think that mental health breaks are deterrents for women like you to achieve their full potential?
Well, one thing that we really need to do is to break that stigma around mental health, because mental health is just as important, if not even more important than physical health. And the reason why we have so many people focusing on their mental health now is because people talk about it, and that is so important to let to let everyone know that it is normal to go through these things. When I was depressed, when I was experiencing this anxiety, I didn't know where it came from, and at the time I was suffering alone, and I needed that support. And it's so important for everyone to talk about their experiences and to let everyone know that you are not alone. And I mean, if your mental health is not stable, and if you're, let's say, part of this journey and your mental health is your hindrance, you shouldn't force it, because it is so important to take care of it. It is so important to nurture yourself and to give yourself all that love and the rest that you need. So for her to take that break, I'm really proud of that as someone who has gone through mental health, because it is so important to choose you and to choose your mental health.
How do you feel when people say that you're too young to win the Miss Universe Philippines title?
Girl, you're not too young to do anything. I mean, people need to understand that everyone goes through different paths in their life, and there could be situations that make them more mature and more aware of their surroundings, and there shouldn't be an age to that, right? I mean, growing up, people thought I was so wise for my age, and it really depends on, I guess, when you find that realization moment, when you start growing, when you have all these I guess these moments. And I've been aware since I was younger, and it's different with everyone. And right now I'm more aware than I was 5 years ago when I joined Asia's Next Top Model, and I've grown so much as a person. So I don't think you should put an age on anything.
You
Right?
know,
We
because
are all different in our own ways, and we grow differently, and we strive to become our better selves, our better version of ourselves differently. We There shouldn't be an age to that.
do you think, pageants like Miss Universe could still advocate for world peace, knowing that there is just too much negativity or vitriol online?
Definitely. I mean, we should always strive to achieve that. And you really need to go to the root of the issue and why there is conflict. And that is usually your home, is your own home, and being educated. And now that there is internet and you can be educated and you can educate yourselves, you need to take advantage of that. And I mean, I'm such a peaceful person. I don't like conflict. And that is because I have experienced so much and I have had the support that I needed. And we need to allow that as well, that everybody gets that support. And hatred online happens because like when people start hating on me, I always know that it is probably because they're going through something in their life and they didn't receive the love that they needed. And if we could spread awareness of that and let people educate themselves and look into themselves so they can start with them themselves, so many things could change and the world could be a better place. We need to look at ourselves and think, do we want to be treated this way? As in, before we send hate messages, we need to think to ourselves, do we want to receive these hate messages? So it is always that we start within ourselves, and we need to let people know that what they're doing is wrong because maybe no one even told them about it. And so, yes, it is so important to still talk about issues like that so that, I mean, conflict and war happens because you're not open-minded, and we need to teach people open-mindedness and to allow different beliefs. And I mean, one thing that I just cannot understand is, why does someone else's belief affect you? Right? That is one question that we need to ask ourselves. Does it even affect us? Let's say I have this religion of mine and someone has their own religion. In what way would that affect me, right? I can believe in whatever I want to believe in. They can believe in whatever they believe in. Why do we need to impose our beliefs on other people? We can live our lives the way that we want to and not have anyone else impose those beliefs on us. And we need to learn that we can't do it's like, but that's the golden rule: don't do to others what you don't want others to do to you. And
Yes, yes.
people forget that. And if we have this platform and we can talk about things like that, then why not? Why don't we do it? We should still strive to achieve world peace. And it is possible, but we need to start within ourselves.
I wish it's easier said than done,
Yes,
to be
right?
honest.
Because not
Yeah.
everyone is open to that idea. And that is the problem, right?
So,
People need to be more open, need to be, to learn how to tolerate things. And we'll understand that we'll all have our differences. And I mean, it's so much harder than what I said. But I mean, what I said is true, but it's so much harder to achieve because people are not open-minded. Not everyone can be that open-minded, and I wish that people were.
so do you think that talaga your candidacy is coming in at such a perfect time? Kasi you're very
Oh,
proud of your
yes.
flaws, you're very proud of who you've become in your 23 years of existence in life.
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic has come with a lot of blessing in disguise. And that was one blessing, is that I've had so many realization moments about myself, and I really focused on myself. I really learned to accept my flaws, and I learned to accept my bad experiences in a way that I don't dwell on them, but I think my bad experiences, because they have made me the person that I am today. And through my bad experiences, I get to inspire so many people, and especially my supporters who will actually listen to me. I get to inspire them, and that is so powerful.
Last question. Can you give a message to all your fans and supporters who have been cheering for you, rooting for you to become the next Miss Universe Philippines?
Of course. Oh my gosh, I never know what to say because words will not, I can't describe my gratefulness and my gratitude in words. I just want to thank everyone so much for the support and for the love, for the messages. I really feel it and I really appreciate it. So I thank you so much. Also for helping me get to the top 50. I have not expected this support, and to be honest, before this journey, I thought that a lot of people have forgotten about me, and I guess, got me a bit sad. But being here again and taking this next step and starting this next chapter of mine, I have gotten so much support, and I am positively overwhelmed by it. And I just want to tell you so much, tell you that I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful to have you guys and to have your support.